Exploring cultures, cuisine, and traditions of those who are different than us just makes for better humans. But finding those opportunities can sometimes take a little work. In this case, all you need to do is get to the east side of the state to the Detroit Institute of Arts. There's a new exhibit there called The Art of Dining, Food Culture in the Islamic World. Katherine Kasdorf is the DIA's Associate Curator of Arts of Asia and the Islamic World. She's joining us via Zoom this morning. Katherine, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for the invitation.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the art of dining, food culture in the Islamic world. Why is this unique? Why is this important to share?
So this is the first exhibition that considers art from the Islamic world through the lens of food and culinary culture. And collections of Islamic art in museums across the world are filled with ceramics, glassware, beautiful metal objects that were made for food and drink. But this is actually the first exhibition that puts that context, that function front and center. So there are some 230 amazing works of art in the exhibition, dating from the 200s all the way to the present day. They come from lots of places, including present-day Iraq, Iran, Egypt, Syria, India, Afghanistan, and even more places. And China and Italy are represented too through objects that demonstrate connections with dining in the Islamic world. The artworks include ceramics, glass, metal, and jade vessels, some gorgeous jade cups and spoons that were used for serving and consuming food and drink, paintings that represent scenes of dining or food preparation. There are even some historical cookbooks. There are musical instruments that relate to entertainment at feasts, and some gorgeous garments that people would have worn to dress up for special occasions like banquets. There are even some cool multi-sensory features like scent boxes where you can experience some aromas related to objects displayed nearby. There are sound clips that relate to the musical instruments on display. And there's even a digital sufra, a low circular dining table with cushions where visitors can sit and experience a digitally presented 6-course meal with dishes from different times and places throughout the Islamic world. And I do want to mention that the exhibition was originally organized by the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, or LACMA, but we've really done a lot to personalize it for the DIA and make it our own.
Wow, wonderful. Basically everything aside from the food.
Exactly, yeah.
The only thing you're missing. And obviously this is poignant to the Detroit area. It is the largest Arab American concentration of individuals in the U.S. How did you involve the community in this exhibit?
Yeah, so at the DIA, we're really committed to serving all of the communities around us, and we seek feedback from people to make sure that we present exhibitions in the most effective ways possible. So for this show, it was especially important to us to get feedback from members of the local Arab American community and also from other people who might have a personal connection to regions or cultural traditions represented in the exhibition, so including people from Persian, Turkish, South Asian backgrounds, as well as Muslim communities more broadly. So we began discussing the exhibition with leaders of the Arab American community early on. And then in November and December of last year, we conducted an online survey as well as interviews with museum visitors and community members to get feedback on the ideas around the exhibition, to learn what people think and how they think about different phrases associated with the show. And we got a great response. The survey got 191 responses. My colleagues in our Department of Evaluation and Research conducted 60 interviews with visitors in the museum and phone interviews with a few more people in the community. Then in January, we held a town hall meeting at the Arab American National Museum in Dearborn, which our colleagues there really generously helped organize with people from their network. It was a really great meeting where people shared their thoughts and insights. So we took feedback from all of these sources as we were writing labels, as we were thinking about the title of the exhibition, and really incorporated that feedback into how we present the exhibition at the DIA.
Wow, I love that. And so what do you hope visitors take away from this exhibit?
There are a lot of possible takeaways. First and foremost, I really hope that people enjoy the exhibition. Maybe some of them will discover a new interest in Islamic art. But I also would really love it if, as people go through the exhibition, if they find points of connection with the historical people who used or are represented in the objects in the show, as well as noticing the differences between different cultures represented in the show, because they're not all the same. They all come from the diverse regions that we call the Islamic world, but that really represents a lot of different cultures, religions, languages. And so I hope that people come away with a deeper understanding and a deeper connection.
Wonderful. Well, Katherine, how long is the exhibit there?
It is on view through January 5th. So
Okay, perfect.
Please come.
All right, wonderful.
And it's free with museum admission.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We really, really appreciate it. Time to plan that trip to Detroit, the DIA. It's at 5200 Woodward, DIA.org for all of the information you need about planning your visit. We'll be right back.